Hello, dear. If you can hear me, it means you're continuing your journey toward the light. Your presence here shows how tenderly you care for your inner world and how gently you strive to envelop everyone around you with love. We've reached the 7th lesson of our course, and it's a special one. Behind us are the 6 spirits of destruction: judgment, passivity, lies, importance, greed, and fear. Each of them takes something for itself: strength, luck, love, health, and prosperity. But the 7th spirit, the spirit of apostasy, is more terrifying than all of them combined. It doesn't just take away one of life's blessings, it destroys everything you've built up: experience, inner strength, motivation to grow, and leaves a person completely empty. The answer to why this is happening came to me unexpectedly, not just from sacred knowledge, but from scientific research as well. This knowledge became my shield, and today I am passing it on to you. Are you ready?
Let us understand what lies behind apostasy. In most cases, it is a matter of upbringing. From childhood, many people become accustomed to seeing difficulties not as steps toward growth, but as unbearable trials. A girl starts attending dance classes. At first, everything is easy, but then difficult elements appear. She gets tired, does not want to make the effort, and says, "This isn't for me." Then she becomes offended and quits. In the end, she begins criticizing the coach or the group in order to justify her unwillingness to develop in this area. This is how the spirit of judgment and passivity manifests itself. A few years later, the same thing happens with drawing, English lessons, gymnastics. By the age of 18, a long history of apostasy. I started, but quit, and am still disappointed with the method or the tutor. Insecurity appears, and often bitterness as well. Envy toward those who succeeded. This is how, from childhood, the mindset of either a champion or an apostate is formed. A champion differs not in strength, but in the way obstacles are perceived. For such a person, every difficulty is an opportunity to become stronger. This is exactly how people are trained in Shaolin and by true spiritual teachers.
The spirit of Shaolin has made me brave and decisive. Never lose hope. And I beg you, live according to your conscience.
When this inner core is absent, a person breaks and walks away. In adult life, it looks like this. Difficulties arise at work. So the person changes jobs. At the new place, the same story repeats itself. Over a lifetime, such a person may change 10 jobs, yet never learn how to move through difficulties. True apostasy is not leaving a community or a group. It is refusing to grow and become better. But the good news is, this can be changed at any age. And these are not merely observations. Science has long been studying this phenomenon, finding convincing evidence that the mindset of an apostate can be precisely analyzed and described. One of the most respected specialists, Professor Bromley from the United States, devoted an entire serious study to the subject of apostasy. Sociologists spoke with thousands of people who had left various communities, and this is what they discovered. 10% left, but remembered that time warmly and with gratitude. 80% viewed the experience calmly and neutrally, and only 10% spoke badly about it. Yet among those 10%, only 1 out of 100 became an aggressive apostate, the kind who shouts and accuses. Here it is, the effect of an optical illusion. The quiet and grateful 90% almost never speak publicly about their experience. But the loud, embittered one in 1,000 people shouts so intensely that it seems as though all former members think the same way. The media picks up precisely their voices and creates a false picture, because it is profitable for them to blow up scandals. Views and fees increase. It was the same with Christ. Out of the 12 apostles, only one became a traitor, Judas. Therefore, when doubt enters your heart because of someone's aggressive criticism, stop. The loudest voice belongs to the anger of one person. Meanwhile, the quiet joy of thousands remains unheard. But science can only describe the outer side of this phenomenon. To understand what happens to the soul on the deepest level and what consequences apostasy brings, we must turn to the ancient wisdom of shamanism. In the shamanic worldview, betrayal is the breaking of the living thread connecting a person with the spirit of the egregore. When a person enters a spiritual group, the egregore takes that person under its protection and begins nourishing them with its energy. Because of this, the person gains more power and attracts luck and prosperity. But as soon as a person opens their heart to the spirit of betrayal, that connection is severed, and then all dark forces gain free access to them. Having lost protection, the person becomes vulnerable. The karma of a traitor falls upon them. Constant exhaustion, loss of intuition and self-confidence, illnesses that cannot be healed by ordinary means, and the oppressive feeling that life has lost its meaning. And the heaviest burden of all, they are left completely alone, without the support of the higher powers.
All of this is not merely the words of ancient traditions. The story of one woman shows exactly how this path unfolds in real life. Step by step, from the first doubt to total destruction. Margaret had served the light for about 15 years. She helped organize spiritual events, supported disciples, and inspired others to follow the path of development. From the very beginning, she stood out because of her special state. People became happier around her, and she always said that this came from the energy of the spiritual school. But after several years, the participants in the classes noticed serious changes. Margaret was no longer the radiant muse. She began saying, "I already do so much." This is how the spirit of laziness and passivity settled within her, and she stopped coping with her main task, supporting people and conducting classes. She stopped preparing for lessons, believing she could manage perfectly well without preparation. When the tutors of the school learned about this, they asked Nicole, a talented activist, to help conduct classes in that city. She began teaching, and the disciples immediately felt a surge of inspiration from her. They gladly attended classes themselves and brought their friends. Watching this, Margaret sank into destructive feelings, jealousy and envy. In her mind, she repeated, "These are my people," thus feeding the spirit of greed. She began sowing doubt in people's hearts. "No one appreciates me. I invested so much into this group." The spirit of importance fed on her energy. "No one loves me. No one needs me." This is how the spirit of lies whispered thoughts into her mind, and darkness began to win. The light said, "Support Nicole, rejoice for her." But darkness whispered, "They will replace you. No one needs you. You are worse than her." Margaret chose to listen to darkness. She zealously began persuading disciples not to attend classes, published slanderous posts on social media, called people and spread negative rumors. She invented all kinds of gossip about Nicole, claiming that Nicole was selling girls into prostitution and other nonsense. The spirit of judgment completely blinded her eyes. Many believed her. And so Margaret, a person who had once inspired everyone on the path of development, became a source of evil. Pride blinded her. She considered herself already perfect and all-knowing. It is easy to think, I am already good, and anyone who says otherwise is a bad person. These are thoughts of pride. But when people began saying otherwise, and when others showed Nicole warmth and affection, Margaret could not endure it. Darkness won. She appeared on local television and declared that Nicole and the entire group were a sect. That was the point of no return. The spirit of betrayal took possession of her. Let us remember the story of Judas. Because of his betrayal, Christ was killed. God's beloved angel, Lucifer, was struck down by pride, fell into hell, and became Satan. Seeing Margaret's suffering, Nicole wanted to help her. She read Margaret's posts in order to better understand how to approach her. But the old Margaret was no longer there. The spirit of betrayal spoke through her. When Nicole came to her, that spirit extended its tentacles, and doubt wrapped itself around Nicole's heart. This is how the spirit of apostasy acts. It uses people's compassion and turns it against them. Margaret poured so much negativity onto her that after the conversation, Nicole felt as if she had bathed in tons of filth. She felt so terrible that she stopped conducting classes. But the community noticed that something was wrong in time. One elderly disciple who had long studied at the school contacted a tutor and spoke about what was happening. A truly heroic act. The tutor diagnosed Nicole's condition from a distance and asked the women to gather in a circle of love and pray for her. And then, when everyone had gathered together, the doors suddenly opened. Nicole herself entered. She fell to her knees and began confessing that after speaking with Margaret, serious doubts had entered her soul. Doubts about the power, the faith, and everything sublime the school had given her. She had nearly left the school. But at some point, she felt a kind wave of energy and realized that people were praying for her. I was so foolish. Why did I go to Margaret? She said. They warned me that if a person surrenders to the spirit of betrayal, the spirit will not stop until it completely destroys them. That is exactly what happened with Judas. After betraying Christ, he could no longer continue living and hanged himself. This is how the spirit of betrayal works. It destroys completely, literally devouring the soul. However, Christianity spread even further after Christ's death. For more than 2,000 years, people have lovingly remembered the one who was crucified, even though in his own time, his teaching was considered a dangerous sect, and the apostles were persecuted and tortured. But time revealed the truth. And for 2,000 years, people have cursed Judas, who betrayed his teacher. By his death, he did not free himself from suffering, but inherited hell. The karma of a traitor is murderous, guilt, pain, and a curse lasting millennia.
A traitor's karma destroys everything indiscriminately, and first and foremost, the person themselves. Nicole did the right thing. Yes, she was wrong to approach Margaret, but she was able to feel how destructive the spirit of betrayal is, realized it, repented, and wanted to be cleansed. That is why they were able to save her. You must understand that the spirit of betrayal is a fatal disease. You need to know how to resist this virus and what its symptoms are so you can stay healthy yourself and be able to help those close to you. At the first signs in yourself or others, speak up about it right away. Be wise. Like the disciple from the community who pressed the sauce button and asked the tutor for help. How to stop the spirit of betrayal in time and keep your life from going off the rails. Check yourself. Have you ever had such thoughts or feelings? Or have you heard this from others? If so, then it's time to hit the SOS button. No one notices me no matter how hard I try. Everyone is against me. I already do so much. Others do less than I do. I have a lot of experience. I can live outside the rules. I act as I see fit. I am special and deserve proper treatment. People must take me into account. These are my people. This is my work, my territory. Fear of becoming unnecessary and being replaced. If you recognize these thoughts and states in yourself, be sure to write to me or the Guides of Power. How can you help if you see these signs in another person? Immediately inform the Guides of Power. Pray for this person. Break sans contact with them. Perform sampo so that energy does not continue flowing away. You cannot communicate with an infected person directly. This illness is far worse than the plague. It destroys not only the body, but also the soul. Nicole acted out of compassion. But the spirit of betrayal turns compassion into guilt, and a person begins to act from that instead. The greatest protection is connection with the light spirit of the egregore. Its power keeps demons at a distance. Perform more practices aimed at connecting with the spirit of the egregore. Remember, whichever idea you carry within yourself, that is the power that fills you. Creative or destructive, the choice is always yours. Perform good deeds. Accumulate good karma. If doubt or resentment creeps into your soul, don't hide it. Reach out to a mentor or write to me. Together, we'll dissolve this darkness in the light of awareness. I believe in you. Your heart is full of love, and no illusions of this world can extinguish your inner light. Go forward boldly, do good, and the universe will answer you with a blessing. Until we meet again on the path of light. Hello, my name is Arthur. For many years I have been helping people find their footing, regain calm, and feel their own heart when life becomes difficult. If you are struggling, if you are confused in your relationships, tired from anxiety, don't know which way to go, I am here. I am here to help you. Find me, and we will walk this path together.
When I first called Arthur, I was completely broken. My boyfriend and I were constantly fighting. I cried at night and didn't understand what was wrong with me. Arthur didn't just listen to me, he explained why I'm so afraid of losing someone and showed me how to bring respect and warmth back into the relationship. And in just a week, everything changed. My boyfriend and I are back together, and I feel happier than I ever have before.
I am waiting for you, my dear. Find me through the QR code. The link is in the description. I'm by your side to help you.
In our extreme times, when the fate of the entire planet is at stake, it is crucial for the knowledge of angels and benevolent spirits to spread as quickly as possible, globally, and reach thousands of people. In this way, we can change the future of all humanity. which is why we are addressing you, dear soul of light. Spread the knowledge about our wise books and films. Share links to videos or cartoons. All of this is available and free. Invite women to individual practices, webinars, and seminars. And the Great Spirit of Light will help you and your family. It will direct an enormous amount of energy to fulfill all your desires. Benevolent spirits and angels will assist you and your loved ones in all matters. A thread of light and love extends from your heart to the hearts of thirsty women, and the creation of good and the dissemination of enlightened knowledge throughout the world begins. Become part of the mission of light. Help people, and God will help you.